Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining and watching. This is Ramen Diaz. I am doing a tutorial for Anthem. Okay. This came out probably, I believe it was the end of February, beginning of March this year, 2019. And for all you new people, it is good. So, in August, beginning of August, they released the Cataclysm, which created new events, but I will be making other tutorials for the Cataclysm events and other things. So be sure to like and subscribe. And who knows, you may catch me streaming live with my friends and all that, messing around, whether it's on Anthem, Call of Duty, GTA 5, bunch of other stuff. So feel free to watch anytime you like. But for now, let's get into the game. As you can see, this is the main menu. Yes, I do have a game already started. I've been playing since it came out. Now, they have where you can create 3 slots. This is my first one up top. 5 hours of playtime, which I do not think that is accurate. And then the 3 hours of playtime. That's your total overall playtime. So for this, I am actually going to show you my main game as a tutorial. So as you can see, when the loading screen pops up, it gives you hints and details about different parts of the game, what to do. Like this one, the more alliance you and your friends earn, the more coins you receive at the end of each week. So you can earn anywhere from 100 coins to, I don't know what the limit is, so I haven't reached it yet. I don't get to play as much as I would love to, but oh well. And there are 4 different javelin suits. You have the Colossus, which is basically your tank. You have your Interceptor, which is speed and agility. You have the Ranger, which is your all-around javelin. It has a little bit of everything, as you can see in the picture on the right side. And then you have your Storm, which is on the left side of this picture, which is how a lot of people call, is basically your magic. It's your magic javelin. It's a long-range javelin. You more likely will use sniper rifles that combine well with that javelin. But as you can see, that was the news. Did they shift it around? And this is inside Fort Tarsus. Okay. So you have all different areas. This is Faye. As you're going along the storyline, you'll meet Faye. This over here is Yarrow. He gives you contracts to do and everything. You also have reputation points that you gather throughout the game. And as you can see, there's 3 different reputation points. You got the Arcanists, Freelancers, and Sentinels. Throughout the game, you will meet people that, depending on the way you answer, will determine whether you get points for whichever faction. Okay, so pay attention to that. Remember, the way you answer determines whether you get points or not. Now over here is your weekly. You got your daily trials, weekly trials, monthly trials. I go into my daily Heart of the Ranger. So you just go in, you look at it, complete Cataclysm event with the Ranger Javelin. Simple. And your reward, a Ranger War Chest. So, and it tells you how many events you completed and how many you need to complete. And it gives you a time limit. Now completing these, all of these, you have your all of these dailies. Now if you go back, what is it? Now we go to weeklies real quick. Weekly, strongholds, factions. You get different stuff to do. Defeat 250 of the Dominion, Scar, and Outlaws. Or Outlaws is 100. Then this one is 500, 500, and 250. And look, you get coins and embers. So my suggestion, if you're looking for coins are a big thing that you want to get, because that's your mainstream money. Coins and crystals. We'll get into crystals in a little bit. But then you also have your monthly. So monthly, for silver, you gotta complete challenges. So 40 challenges in a month and 8 weekly challenges in a month. Not too bad to do. And you get 50 masterwork ember for that. Now this one, the monthly gold, is a little bit more difficult. 80 daily challenges and 16 weekly challenges. It's not impossible, but unless you play the game at least maybe 4 to 5 days a week, real quick to get those challenges, that's probably going to be the only way you get it. I want to say it's a minimum of at least 3 to 4 days to be able to do that. Maybe it may take 5 days, but you want to make sure you complete those challenges, get those embers. Right now I'm kind of stocked up on embers because I've been playing since day one, and I've been getting rid of items left and right, whether it's masterwork and all that. So I get those embers from dismantling stuff, and I'll probably show you how to do that, either if not in this tutorial, in another one. So those are the challenges here. Then this here is Lucky Jack. You will talk to him every so often when you start the game and everything. This is your weekly alliance status. Now it just reset to this morning, so of course I'm at 0, and as you can see, my friend Dark Angelus X38YT, he also has a YouTube channel. Check him out. He got very funny content. I do want to stress parental. Check it out before your kids watch. We do use a little bit of vulgar language, so but it is very funny stuff. And also, as you're watching them, you will see some good action, and it surprises me how he gets off some of the shots on those games. So, but he is very funny. Check him out, guys. Subscribe to his channel, like his stuff. So, and then we have, and as you're playing, you'll find stuff around the place. You'll find little items to collect, collectibles to add to what's called the cortex, which is this right here. This is your cortex. It tells you everything you need to know. You can literally read up on each of the items. So Echoes of Reality, this is a mission that you'll have to do. And then Lingering Echo, as you can see, I completed it. breaking the spear, so on and so forth. You can read all these stuff. Now, if you're not big into reading, but those little plus signs annoy the crap out of you, if you look at the bottom right hand corner of my screen, it'll say marked as read. You just click R3, go down, boom, easy, done. It'll mark it as read, and boom. Now with me, I'm not too worried about reading this stuff. If I have a question, I'll look into this and learn about the stuff. Now, subscription, as you can see, there's little in-game stuff. Anthem chit chat, musing of a street prophet, and like volume 2 issue 1, and you can read it. So this is something that if you have time, you want to check it out, read them. I mean, you'll find some interesting stuff, and you never know, there might be some hidden stuff inside it where you'll be like, oh, I didn't realize that the Dominion started out like this, or something like that. So read them. Oh, right here, tutorials. Not only that, your in-game gives you tutorials. Okay, so don't just watch my videos. Read the game stuff. Moving and flying and swimming. It tells you everything that you need to know. Javelin boosters generate heat while sprinting, hovering, or flying. They can eventually overheat. We're going to go over this in a little bit. So, I mean, if you're not understanding what I'm saying, go to the in-game tutorials. They're always your best friend. Got mailbox, armory. Now, these are little things that you can do. Blast missile. It tells you about each weapon or each of your gears. This is, of course, for the Ranger. Storm, Interceptor, and Colossus. Now, mind you, if you read all of these, they're basically describing the common component. Now, each one of these will have actually a different name once you get to the masterwork and legendary items. Then, of course, armory, you got weapons. These are the different types of weapons: assault rifle, autocannon, grenade launcher, heavy pistol, light machine gun, machine pistol, marksman rifle, shotgun, and sniper rifle. And each one has different names to them. These are the names. Like, these three are the three main sniper rifles. Those, you'll find those names from common to epic. When you reach masterwork, it'll be these three names. You got Truth of Tarsus, Whirlwind, and Wyvern Blitz. As you can see, this, I have masterwork written on this one. It's a sniper rifle, and it tells you the history of that name, how that sniper rifle got its name. So these are little things that it really doesn't matter. Well, it matters, but like, these are just things that you would want to know if you were like living the game, which I like that they did. And then you got about the environment. They literally go into detail a lot about this game. Starion, boom. And you'll actually see some of this information pop up on the loading screens. So if you don't read them here, you may read them in the loading screen. Titan, boom. Those are what Titans look like. Which we may run, I might do a free play and we might run into some. They are rare, but they're fun to go against, especially when you get to a higher level. It makes it difficult and makes you have to strategize, because let me tell you, whether they're close or far away, they are still dangerous. And if you think you're far enough away, you are not. Then of course there's challenges. As you can see, I have these tracked, and basically I'm working on my interceptor right now for my events. So if I complete 35 missions or world events or strongholds, I'll unlock the masterwork Serpent's Veil, and I'll be able to craft that to get either a better one that's a masterwork, get better bonuses attached to it, or something similar, if not better. That's basically why you want to craft, is it gets you the what you want to make your javelin stronger. And then as you can see, you got a whole bunch of stuff that you can go through. Expeditions, as you can see, I completed all mine. So we got the Bryn's expeditions, Challenge of Might. These are stuff that you're gonna have to do in to complete it in the game to move past a certain point. So my suggestion is get ready for working at this a long time, cause you don't find it as easy anymore. It's not too easy. So it takes time. Challenge of Resolve. Look at that. 30 daily challenges and 5 weekly challenges you gotta complete. Not as easy. You might be able to, like, you could complete that in 2-3 days maybe, depending on how many daily challenges they give you in weekly challenges. So keep an eye out on that. Challenge of Valor. Again, something that consumes time. 100 events, 25 strongholds, 25 contracts, 25 quick plays. It's a lot of work. So, and you don't get these at the same time. You get, I want to say, I can't remember exactly, but I think you get the Challenge of Might, then Resolve, and then Valor. So be prepared for that. And then you have a whole bunch of other stuff as you're playing the game. You'll get a whole bunch of them. And then there are little things that you might want to hold off on when you're doing stuff in the game. So where is it? Right here, collectibles. For the Tribe of Yemedna, I think that's how you say it. I don't know, but you want to make sure there are 80 ruins scattered across the entire map, which I'm going to show you the map in a few minutes here. You want to wait to collect those until you get this challenge, because that will help you complete this challenge quicker. And as you can see, this is the bottom of the challenges. But yeah, I'm not going to get into every single detail here, but as you can see, a lot more stuff to do. So as you can see, I'm not even done. I got a lot ahead of me. So, and these are items that you can switch out for your javelin. And then your journal, of course, talking about the missions that you can do and everything. Legend contracts. This explains the contracts that they have for you. Strongholds. If you have a question about a stronghold, it tells you the gist of the mission, what you're supposed to be doing. And then of course the Cataclysm, just doing the little brief summary there. Now, something that all new players, or even players that have already been playing for a while, if y'all don't know, these feats are your XP. You want to do as many of these feats every mission that you do. So we're going to go to the general feats. So you have, for completing a mission on Grandmaster 1 difficulty, you get 800 XP. If you reinforce a freelancer on a mission, you get 200 XP. Stronghold, completing Stronghold on Grandmaster 1, 200. And then completing World Event and Free Play, you can earn up to 800 XP. So check it out. These first two missions here, you could get 1000 XP just for playing Grandmaster 1 and helping somebody on their mission on Grandmaster 1. So that's 1000 XP right there. Okay. Then to top that off, you have these 4 different feats. Defeating elites. If you defeat 9 elite enemies in that mission that you just got 1000 points for, guess what? You get another 100 points. On top of that, if you kill them by hitting their weak points, if you kill 15 of them, boom, that's 1200 points you have there. Then award for defeating enemies with weapon. If you're killing these enemies with a weapon and you kill 30 of them, all weak points, they're all elite enemies, and you kill 30 of them, boom, you got 100, 200, 300 on top of the 1000. Now, I haven't tested to see if they stack. I haven't been paying enough attention. I wouldn't need to write how many I kill and all that, so I don't pay too much attention to that. But on top of that, look at this. Triggering combos on enemies that have effects on them. It won't be that hard. What it is with combos, when, say if you freeze an enemy and you melee them, and if you don't have that seismic glove that I have, which makes my Colossus a basically ticking time bomb, it triggers it triggers a combo. So either setting them on fire, freezing them, putting acid on them, and then meleeing them, that can set off a combo. Or having a weapon that detonates the combo, and then freezing them and then using that weapon on them to detonate the combo, that will trigger the combo. Now, I might be able to demonstrate a combo. I gotta put on the right equipment on my javelin. And then you have Gear Master, defeating enemy with gears. If you're playing Grandmaster 1 or 2, defeating enemies with gear will be pretty easy. But at the same time, if you're not careful, Grandmaster 1 and Grandmaster 2 can kick your butt. Right now, for me, Grandmaster 1 is like my easy, Grandmaster 2 is normal, and Grandmaster 3 is hard. Hard is like too easy, normal is like crazy easy, and easy is just ridiculous easy. So then multi-kills, those basically, you want to defeat a large number of groups at the same time. And if you read closely here, defeating large groups provides faster progress. That is for a fact. If you kill a lot of them at the same time, of course you're going to progress quicker, but it helps it helps with time. So later on, if you watch one of my videos I've already posted of the Cataclysm, you'll see you need the time, all the time you can get. So the more you destroy, more enemies you defeat at once, the quicker you can get done with it. For let's say for the Cataclysm, you can get done with those events quicker and add more time to your clock. Then you have these here, Legendary Slayer, of course, defeat legendary enemies, 100 points. Defeating enemies with melee attacks, 30 of them gives you 100. So basically these are all stacking up. You can get almost all of these in one mission. And that helps with your point system. Now the only ones that give you a lot are these general feats. So either completing a mission, reinforcing, stronghold complete, or world events. So basically your best ones to do is world events and what you call it, missions. Those will give you the most XP. Then, and that's all for the feats, but those feats are your best friend. Do them, you will get the XP, you will level up very quickly. Okay. Next up, and then of course, like I said, quests. These are your friends. Completing contracts will end up giving you, I believe, giving you some coins. Not much, but it also depends on the quest. And then these are the actual mission quests from the beginning. So Silence the Heart of Rage, that is the very first mission you do. Early Warnings is right after. Welcome to Fort Tarsus. And then these are the order I did them and all that. So okay, so it's Valor, Might, and then Resolve. Resolve is the last one. But you want to be able to complete all these missions before just messing around, in a sense. Or if you want to mess around to level up quicker, so that way you can complete the storyline quicker. But my suggestion is, if you want to level up quickly, go hard and just take the beating. Okay? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the game. As you can see, this is the store area. This is the new seasonal store that they added when the Cataclysm got started. So as you can see, I have 7 major crystals and 2,112 minor crystals. You will get more minor crystals than major crystals. So what they do, you can craft major crystals from those minor crystals. It takes 500, but boom, I crafted 1 major crystal. Now with these crystals, I can buy any of the stuff that I want to get. But as you can see, these cost major crystals, these cost major and minor crystals, and you could buy graphic designs for your javelin and all that. So, or material to make your javelin look a little bit cooler. And then you have, of course, the emotes. Just stop. Then you got chest bound, heavy, excited, come here, cameraman. So I am actually gonna do this one. Gonna go ahead and buy it. But it also tells you, if you pay attention, at the very top of the, top right of the picture, that's right here where I'm going back and forth, it looks like it says Nova. It doesn't say Nova. Those are, each of those symbols mean on which javelin. So as you can see, you have the Ranger symbol, you have the Interceptor symbol, the Storm symbol, and the Colossus symbol. So those four markings right there are telling you this emote works on all four of the javelins. Then you have this one here. This is for your Ranger. This is for your Interceptor. This is for your Storm. And this is for your Colossus. So pay attention. Same thing here. All four javelins. All four. All four. Yep. And then these war chests right here, it'll give you either a weapon, gear, or support item for any of the javelins. This one right here is your melee for any of the javelins. Now if you're looking for a war chest specifically for a certain javelin, then you got these. But as you can see, this one costs 100, 200, 1 major, 200 minor. Same thing with these other three, but these cost 2 major and 100 minor. So you're gonna need to work a little bit extra to get specific ones. So I'm actually gonna open a random one. I am looking for gear, so I'm gonna go ahead and get one. Masterwork Interceptor Spectre Flash. I already got it, so do one more time. Maybe we'll get a legendary. Who knows? Nope. Got that one too. One more shot. We gotta end with legendary. Nope. I actually don't have that one. Nice. One more. Repeat. Okay, I'm not wasting anymore. So now these stores here, this is Prospero. These stores here are your feature store. So in a sense, you can do this as a seasonal. Now you can go to the featured and actually buy stuff. So I want to get this one, but I need 3,000 more. But I only got 7 hours. I'll see by the end of this tutorial if I want to buy something. But as you can see, these change every so often. At the top right hand corner, new items in 0 days, 7 hours, 23 minutes. That means all these pictures here are going to change to something else and to buy. So, and then crafting. As you can see, these are your embers. You got Masterwork, Epic, Rare, and Uncommon embers. Those are the only 4. There's no legendary embers or common embers, because one, crafting common stuff is kind of unuseful. You're trying to get better than common. Then you have parts, Ranger parts, Colossus parts, Interceptor parts, so on and so forth. Weapons parts, Chimeric compound, Chimeric alloy. My suggestions: do not buy these. Okay, you can harvest these in game for absolutely nothing, and you'll be gaining experience when you're harvesting these. Okay, and also harvesting these will get you reputation points towards, I want to say, either towards the Arcanist. Okay, so harvest stuff from around the map. Don't buy these things. You'll be wasting coins up the wazoo. And then they still haven't opened up the rewards tab. I don't know what they're going to do with that, so... Oh, that purple triangle. Where is it? Okay, the purple triangle, that is a currency if you pay. If you pay and buy the in-game currency, that is going to be your purple stuff. I don't know what they're called. I want to say they're like purple shards or something. But that's your in-game currency if you pay. But I myself, I would love to have pay for some of this, but I'm not going to spend my money. As you can see, these are just epics. Now, if it was like a legendary item, I would want to, but I can't. But I like to keep myself free, so I'll save up my coins. And if I see a legendary item, if I had the coins, I am buying that sucker with coins. So, but that is all the stores. Now, this store here is basically the same as Prospero, crafting seasonal feature. Okay, so all the stores are connected, so you don't have to go to a specific one for a specific item. Now, this is Launchpad. As you can see, my javelin's sitting up there. But this is your forge. So we're gonna take a look at my javelin. This is my Colossus. Ta-da! Now, as you can see, it has 5 things you could do here for your loadout. Heavy assault launcher, your weapon, support gear, components, ordnance launcher. As you can see, I'm right now at 873. This is after they actually added more, because I was at a legendary Colossus, but since they added the melee glove, the melee component, now I had to basically get more legendaries to actually finish getting myself back to legendary status. As you can see, I'm only missing 3 to get there, but I'm looking for specific weapons for my legendary status, because honestly, lightning rod is not my favorite gun. So like right here, this is not my favorite gun, but I prefer this, not this one, where is it? Yeah, what's that one? The flash fire. This one is my favorite one, but it doesn't do as much damage as I want it to, which I'll show you what it does. But then you have your melee right here, 2 different types. You have Earth Shaker and Meteor Smash. Now, I can craft the Inferno Glove Epic, and I can craft the Seismic Glove Rare. So, but these are the ones that I like. And as you can see on the right side, it shows the damage and the fire effect. So damage, 7,613 damage from 1 hit. So you want to pay attention to this stuff, because like my Colossus is like a walking death machine right now. Especially in just Grandmaster 1. Grandmaster 2, I had to be careful and pick and choose my melee attacks, but I'll show you what I mean by walking. It's basically a walking tank with a bomb. Then this one right here, my best defense, heavy assault launcher. Okay, it's a upgraded siege artillery. Combo effect, explosive. So that means when I hit somebody with this that's under a status effect, say they're frozen. Okay, I have a whole group of them that's frozen. If I fire this thing in that and it explodes and hits all of them with the blast, all of them are going to end up being a combo. And the combo affects each one of them. And as you can see, this one also has an added effect. Hitting an enemy with a rocket restores 35% armor. That's for every one that it hits. Now if I hit 5 of them, basically it's going to restore my armor completely. So that's something you want to take in mind if you're a Colossus. This is one of the best things you can have if you're trying to stay alive. It comes in very handy. But then you have other stuff. Regains a charge after defeating an enemy. So basically it charges itself back up when you defeat an enemy with it. This one. Striker's advantage. Hitting an enemy increases flamethrower damage by 24% for 10 seconds. And this stacks up on each other for 10 times. Okay? 10 times it'll stack up. So that's another thing that's useful if you're trying to cause quick damage. This one is like the beast of them all. As you can see, it sets off a combo reaction, but it's a permanently gained charge, so that means you can fire it twice instead of just once. But the damage on this thing, 11,611. Okay, it does massive damage. So say if you're going against a heavy enforcer, it's very useful. It does a lot of damage, but it takes time to charge, so pay attention to that. And as you can see, there's other little stuff below it. 200% gear charges, so it charges a little bit quicker. Plus 100% gear charges. It charges your gears even quicker. So this is all added to it. So this would be good for if you're trying to do a lot of damage very quickly. So I mean, this is just for my Colossus. There's a lot of things here, so you want to be sure to pick and choose how you play is very important, because everybody has a different playing style. Some people like speed rather than strength or armor or power, so pay attention to how you play. Then you got like this one. Detonated combo increases abilities by 40% for 20 seconds. After it already increases combo damage by 50%. So I mean, you're talking about a lot of damage here. So I mean, demolition tribute here. This is what I'm talking about. Melee hits will cause enemies to restore 200% or 20% armor when defeated. But right above it, it says increases Colossus shield damage while sprinting by 300%. So if I run into an elite enemy, they're done for with my shield. If I just run them over, they're done for. And then Grand Entrance. I am looking for a legendary for this thing. Increases duration of support abilities by 50%. But when I make a hard impact, it says upon hard landing, creates an explosion at the point of impact. Basically, when I come down and I do a melee hit on the ground, I create an explosion every time. Or if I just fall from the sky and land, I create an explosion. On top of my glove, my meteor mash, which if I hit the ground with my melee, it causes flames around me. On top of that, it causes 7,000 damage. So you want to pay attention to this stuff. On top of that, it increases my melee damage by 50%, or adds 50% melee damage, and then 200% weapons damage. So you want to craft stuff or find stuff that best suits the javelin to do damage or to increase your armor, or that revital gives you more life. Now I have unlocked all four. When you reach pilot level 30, you get to unlock all four. Okay, so I'll show you my interceptor real quick, and then we're gonna get into a mission. This is my interceptor. I call it Alienware, because this is what it looks like all the way around. And it has, as you can see, 5. You got the weapons, but these have Deathstalker blades. So I only have masterwork on this one. It's at a 770. I don't play much with it, but as you can see, rally cry. This is very useful for interceptors, because breaks you and allies free of all status effect. This is very, very helpful, because if you have 3 of your teammates down and you're the last guy standing and you have this on, you use it, it picks them up. Okay, I want to say, let's see. I'm pretty sure it picks them up, because buddy of mine, Stewie, he went and used it and it picked me up. He didn't even have to come anywhere near me. He just got in my area, used it, and I got right back up. So it comes in very handy. So if you're an interceptor and you're basically running Grandmaster 3, this is a very useful tool for running Grandmaster 3. Strike system. I'm not very fan of this. Projects a ghost to the target, detonates aura combos. I'm not too much of a fan of using these, but like if I added this Sadine's respite. Okay, this is one thing that I like for this one. If I hit an enemy's weak point, it restores 35% of my shields. So this helps me stay alive longer. But these here, they don't. So it's like you gotta pick and choose. So I'm looking for a legendary one of these. So there's a lot of stuff that you gotta go through. So, but personalize your javelin the way you want. So if you want to change the colors, go to appearance. You can change your animations. See? Boom. I'm going to change it that one. That one actually looks nice. Playing guitar here or here. Oof. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that one. Supermodel. Then you got a chicken, or this is baking dance. Chicken. Let's get excited, come here. Gonna go ahead and change that one. Put on this one. And this one. Just to have a little fun. So you can do that. You can put the wear state, whether it's new, old, worn, so on and so forth. You could buy stuff for the arms, basically like shoulder pads. Basically buff out your interceptor. So just keep an eye out on stuff. You could buy stuff in the store and all that for them. You got your map. You could go from the forge from anywhere now. So I am actually going to change my javelin back. Which one is it? It should be Grand Noodle 3. Yep. So we're going to go back to Grand Noodle 3. This is actually what my javelin looked like beforehand. And then I said that dome is just too much. So I went ahead and went back to this. Looks pretty nice. So I got my orange and blue, and then that good old new metallic on it. And now you can change the colors and so on, but y'all can figure that out. That you shouldn't need a tutorial for that. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the action. So you're gonna go to the expedition. Now you have a choice. You can enter like that, or from anywhere in Fort Tarsus, if you wanted to go straight into a mission. So I'm just gonna go after the platform and demonstrate real quick. See how I'm not anywhere close? You hold the triangle, start the expedition. Now you have different missions you can do. You have change mission, which it gives you contracts that you can do throughout the map, and they tell you what you need to do. And as you can see, Cataclysm is one of them. Then you have free play, of course, which it gives you the location of the Striders. And you can pick any of the Striders to go to, and then basically free play is exploring the entire map, collecting collectibles, doing world events and all that. So, and then you got the Cataclysm, and as you can see, inversions. These make this mission a little bit harder, because broken magazine, weapons have no spare ammo, but enemies drop ammo more often. That means if, like, my marksman rifle can hold 21 bullets, that is all I got until I kill an enemy and get more ammo. Running on empty, firing the last shot in a weapon clip increases all damage for a short time. So I mean, it's useful, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, if you don't have the right guns, then you gotta change weapons and find the right gun for you. Stronghold, there are currently only 4. You got the Tyrant Mine, which is located here. You have Temple of Scars, the Sunken Cell, and of course you have the Heart of Rage. Now they may introduce more, they may not, who knows, we gotta wait and see. But and then there's the legendary missions, which are certain missions that you play during the entire story mode. So like this one right now, it changes every so often, so either today or this week it's about the Fortress of Dawn. So enter the sealed fortress and recover the Javelin of Dawn. Okay, so you have to complete that entire, or not the entire mission, but basically that mission per se, dealing with the Javelin of Dawn. It basically takes you back to that story mode, that section of the story, and redo it. But you can do it on Grandmaster 3, Grandmaster 2, Grandmaster 1, whatever level you want to do it. But right now we are going to, and then there's of course the quick play missions, which you just click that. It takes you to one of the missions, and you can help out other freelancers, so other players. But right now we are going to do a. We're gonna go ahead and do Stronghold. Now the Tyrant Mine is the most ran because it's the first one that you get. It's the easiest one out of all of them, but I don't want to do that one. I want to do the Sunken Cell. Now I am not going to run this on Grandmaster 3. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. That's just asking for a beatdown on live TV. Now what I'm doing here are my consumables. I can craft them and all that. So basically I need embers to craft these. These come in useful. These are useful for playing higher levels. So if you're playing hard and you have one of these unlocked, my suggestion, you craft some armor or craft something for your weapons. They have these sigils for basically all your weapons and any component. So basically you got assault rifle, combo sigil, pulse accelerator, lightning sigil. These boost up the damage done by all these items or increases recharge speed of gear. So I mean these come in a lot of handy. When you unlock all three, use them if you're not able to beat the level, use these, and these will give you the little bit of edge you need to complete the level. If it's just you can't survive, you're doing the damage, but you need to survive a little bit longer, you can only apply one of each on it, so an epic, a rare, and a uncommon. So if you need to survive a little bit longer, put all three armors, because this increases the armor by 30% of the base armor strength and physical resistance by 10%. But this is of the base. So whatever you start out as for your base armor, it's increased by 30% of that. Then if you have the 20% one, which is the rare, you do the 20% of that and then add it to that, and then you do the 10% of the base and then add that for the uncommon. So it's not much that it adds, rather than if it was just normal 30%, to where if you have a 10%, then you have you do 20% of the total of that base and the 10%. Then that would basically make, if you're playing as Colossus, invincible, which will be ridiculous. But I am going to do, where is it? I'll do gear so my gear charges up. Okay. So as you can see, I got my 3 sigils. Going to change the level from Grandmaster 3 to, let's do Grandmaster 1. I mean this is basically easy for me. So you're gonna start it. You have two ways you can start it. You can go down like I did and start it, or you can hit square to start. Now as you saw, you can invite other people to your session. Like if you have friends that play the game, invite them. You can have a 4-man squad. And let me tell you, it is fun when you have a 4-man squad, because you get to laugh at people. But if you don't have anybody to play the game with, When you launch it, it'll pair you up with a 4-man squad. People may join in halfway through the session. So just do as much as you can, and you never know, you may get some random people joining in with you and helping you beat stuff. But normally every mission you have a chance of doing it with a 4-man squad. Some missions you can do with 2, other missions you need all 4. But normally the missions are where you can complete it by yourself. Every mission is soloable. But the harder the level, the more people you need. So Grandmaster 3, forget about soloing it. Unless you're going to spend almost 2 to 3 hours. And I'm talking about straining yourself. You have to be very, very good at it. And I mean, I don't doubt that it's not impossible, but you have to be very good, and you have to have the right setup to do it. And even then, I highly doubt you'll be able to. If I see it, props to the person who can do it. But until then, keep working at it. But normally for me, it takes all 4 people to actually beat Grandmaster 3. You can defeat it with 3 people. It's possible to do it with 3, but it is very hard. 2 people you can, but you'll be going down a lot. 1 person, basically impossible. But I wouldn't put it past somebody. So I am in this one by myself, as you can see, and as you can see, there's this marker, tells me where to go. Always follow that marker. If you don't know what you need to do, look at that top left hand corner, investigate the facility, explore the area. So that's basically what you're doing. Also, top center of the map, you see the icon. It tells me north, that's my compass, northwest, south, east. So I need to head east towards that little castle. And I'm going down. As you can see, I explore the area, and there are enemies. So see how it does when I do my slam, it causes fire damage, and their life is going down. This one right here, run him over with my shield. He's an elite. My shield does that much damage when I'm sprinting. Now melee with my shield, then run him over, boom. Now gears are very useful, as you can see. That one just froze him. Boom, combo. Then, as you can see, bottom right hand corner, those are my gears and everything I can use. So right now my flight is disabled, so I can't fly. If I was to fly, I would jump up and I would click L3 to fly. But I'll show that to you in a second. These turrets, you want to destroy them as soon as you can, because they will be a pain in your rear. Now, my ultimate, you press up on the D-pad when it's charged. This one gives me a cannon. I get 3 shots. Nailed it. And give me 3 shots. Now, if I had a certain, gear, component, when I do a multi-kill of 5 or more, it would recharge my ultimate by 33%, and that is very useful when you're doing like a speed run or something through stuff, because getting that extra charge on your ultimate, it's like getting an extra more bang for your buck. Now, as you can see, we have this Elementalist, Dominion Elementalist. Now I'm going to destroy his shield, and then to bring him down, I'm going to freeze him. See how he came down? When they get the frozen status effect, they're forced to the ground, basically. So it makes it a little bit easier to do that melee damage on them and kill them. Now, as you can see, all your javelins will have the L and R simultaneously. And this is what mine does. It causes the enemy to focus on me and helps me kill them quicker because it reduces their damage resistance by 33%. So I could just sit here and run them all over, just one after the other. Now these things are your items. You can get, it doesn't tell you what you get until the game the level is done. So these are epic items. It tells you on the right what you pick up and all that. Ooh, I just got 50 minor crystals. Fire also brings them down to your level. Boom. Now, as you can see, it says leaving flight suppression area. That means now I can fly. You can hover by pressing R3. And then you go forward fly by pressing L3. Now you could just fly normally, slow. Or you could press forward on the L and go quicker. Now if you pay attention to the bottom center screen, you'll see a blue bar pop up in just a second here. It'll turn white. Basically what that bar is saying, that's my javelin overheating. So you don't want it to overheat. So now, throughout the game, you will encounter puzzles. For this one, you interact with it. It shows you left, right, center. So, I'm going to touch them in order. Left, right, center. Step 1 is solved. These are elementals. They explode 1 on contact or 2 if they get close to you, they'll self-detonate like that. So we're going to interact with this one. Center, left, right. So center, left, right. And as you can see, it opens this door here, and I go into the water. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it on your screen, but there's this little bar, like right by my legs. It's my oxygen meter. You can run out of oxygen. So now I'm at the next level on this. Now the elementals are on their side, nobody else's. So they'll attack Dominion soldiers as well, or outlaws, or scars. Now this thing, when you go through a tube like this, it'll cool down your javelin, and not only that, it'll automatically fire your javelin. So this section of the mission, I gotta put these control rods down. This is a little bit difficult, one player though. Because these brutes are brutal. Yes, I just made that pun. Now, if I don't get these done in time, they'll start coming back up. Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is my tutorial right now. I am running Grandmaster 1 on Anthem. Right now I'm doing it solo, but... So basically right now what I'm doing is putting all these control rods down as quick as I can. Come on. Almost there. There we go. Okay, that's all the enemies. So now I'm going to the next area. But to do that, I gotta go back. So I'm following this little blue arrow. That'll lead me to the next area, next part of the mission. Now when you see your screen flashing like that, that means you got a status effect on you. That means something shot at me. And as you can see, they're brutes. Flying the tube and go back up. As you can see, the door has been opened and I can go upwards. Gonna look for the white door. And then just like with any mission, you want to start with the turrets. Get rid of those first. Those do the most damage out of any of your enemies. Now, status effect does work on turrets. As you can see, I froze it. Now, weak points. You want to, for this turret, the weak point is this box right here. As you can see, when I shoot it, yellow pops up. That means you're hitting weak points. Right here, Dominion, weak point, headshots. Headshot. As you can see, you'll see purple numbers and yellow numbers. Purple are the secondary effects, that lightning bolt that hits. Yellow is your weak points damage. As you can see, 3 headshots. Now this gun, I love it because as you can see, it's doing massive damage to legendary. When you strike the enemy on the weak points, especially with a gun like this, it also helps trigger that 33% chance of that lightning bolt of hitting. Now I just feel like doing this. I have ran this level too many times, I would say. And that was me bowling. And then every so often in mission, if you do strongholds, you'll get these treasure chests. You just open them up and they give you rewards. Don't walk away until it stops giving you rewards. So now we're good. Here you go. And then into the water. This is how I go a little bit quicker when I'm going through water. I do that power slam into the water and it sends me down as far as I need to go. And I keep going. So I don't have to stop to turn or anything like that. That boost helps me go down. That's a little thing that's why I can move so quickly with the Colossus. I take advantage of it. Now these are puzzles. So basically I gotta match the symbols. Okay, so the first inner ring I'm gonna match with the second ring. There we go. So it'll attach itself, so I gotta wait for the third ring to come around. Match. And then the fourth ring. But you want to make sure you match it with the right one. So boom. And you want to time it correctly too. Timing's everything with these. But it gets a little hard when you're doing it by yourself. Because you'll have enemies attacking you at the same time. I got lucky there, the enemies didn't attack me. Oh, did I run through it? Oh, wow. So I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. Cross. Cross. Come on, come on. Cross. Boom. Then I defeat the enemies. He's throwing grenades at me. Then we're gonna keep going up, and this is the third level. Come on, come on. Come on, and boom. Doing that unlocks the tube. As you can see, it connects it, and I can now go up. And I'm gonna go all the way up. Now this next part, everybody has their own way of doing it. They'll wait or they'll fly through it very quickly. Oh, you want to be sure to cool your jets. by going through the waterfalls. With this part here, as you can see, they move a little weird. But if you stay up in the top left-hand corner and just watch out for the beams, you can easily pass through it without having to stop. Then turn it off and allow any of your friends that haven't got through or teammates to just easily cross through. Then you got your treasure box here. So this next part is gathering echoes. That right there in front of me, that is basically a relic that needs to be silenced. And you do that by delivering the echoes to it, as you can see in the top right hand corner. Echoes are these white shining balls of light. You just pass through them to collect them. Now in this level, there are more echoes than what's needed, and that's to ensure that no one can really troll. You'd have to have several people trolling you at the same time to be able to troll. And what I mean by troll is where they have the echoes that you need, but there is a time limit on the echoes. You can only hold them for so long. And you can only carry 3 echoes at a time. Drop them in. Boom. As you can see, it told me it's like return echoes to objective in order to collect more. Then, after this echoes, I can tell you this is boss, basically, of the match. So this is the longest fight you will ever have if you do this on Grandmaster 3. So it's gonna start off right here. It always starts off to the south. That pillar to the south that goes around. Now, as you can see, this weapon isn't doing that much damage. Those things, you want to be careful. If you have a Colossus and a shield, you could deflect it easy. Or if you don't, you can hide behind something and dodge them. Now, I will tell you this part. Those little balls, you want them to hit something and you stay away from them, because those do electrical damage. So now I am going to fight him. Headshots get you the most damage, and his weak point, which is his arm. Now, while you're in ultimate mode, you don't really get affected by his damage, but you still want to make sure that you time it right, so that way you don't get caught coming out of your ultimate while being damaged. And as you can see, I use my L and R button, and I'm now doing 9,000 in damage, 10,000. The closer you are, the more damage you can do, but the higher the risk, because he get one swipe of that arm and I'm almost toast. I could probably survive one hit, but I'm not gonna risk it. I hate it when it turns this way. Come on, face me. So this is the end of part 1. Every bar he switches up attack. So now I gotta destroy these gates and these elementals. And for me, I just run through them like a bowling ball goes through the bowling pins. Okay, miss. Ah, dang it, miss. So basically, you're gonna keep killing them, shooting and shooting until you kill them. My suggestion is do that, like jump up right when the first one hits you. That way when the second one hits you, you're in midair and you're coming down away from it. So that way you're not coming down into it. And as you can see, there is a pattern to his attack. So now his attack pattern is going to change. So now he's gonna start teleporting. And if you utilize that little wall there and stay a good distance from him, so right here, boom, 2. You can avoid getting hit by those little balls. This is taking forever. Now it comes for the fun part. Summons gates. Ooh. Looks like I got some help now. Zast. As you can see, woo! And that's what I mean by he teleports. Boom. No legendary, but Grandmaster 1 you have a little chance of getting legendary. Anything higher than Grandmaster 1, you have each one higher than Grandmaster 1, you have a little bit better chance of getting legendaries. So Grandmaster 3 you may get like 3 or 4 legendaries. Maybe 1 or 2. Grandmaster 1 you might get 1 if you're lucky. Boom. You get points for Champion of Tarsus, and you also get XP, of course. But that is going to be the end of my tutorial. But to top it off, let's see what I got for as my rewards before we go. So as you can see, sometimes your screen will go to this, expedition complete, and then it'll go through your rewards, starting with your XP and your playstyle medals. Executioner, soldier, and I can't remember what the other one was. It'll come to me. I'll probably tell you in the next video. But as you can see, it's counting my alliance bonus. I haven't gotten quite to tier 1 yet, but I got 2,225 bonus XP. Or total XP. My bad. And then these are my masterwork, or if I had got a legendary, it would show the legendaries last. So you got Artina's Gambit, Death from Above Marksman Rifle, Renewed Courage, Light Machine Gun. Very useful, might I say. That light machine gun got me through a lot of levels. Titan's Hail, and last but not least, high capacity munitions. But this is my little bit of haul that I got from the stronghold. As you can see, this is a okay size haul to get from a mission. Now, probably if I was playing with other people, I might have gotten more. But cataclysms right now are the best things to do to get XP, crystals, and higher stuff. So if you're wanting to get better stuff quickly, my suggestion is yes, do the story mode. Once you get to pilot level 26 to 30, around there, that's when you'll start getting masterwork, and you should be getting masterwork and almost legendary items. Once you hit 30, you should be getting legendary items here and there. But if you're doing cataclysms, when you go to the store, you have a chance of getting legendaries through there too. So my suggestion, do the story mode first, then do the cataclysms. That way everything you get from the cataclysm has a higher chance of getting legendaries. You can level up quicker. But once you finish the mission, you got 4 choices. Launch Bay is where you can go and find other players and do a mission with them, friend them, so on and so forth. You got your Fort Tarsus, where you go for your story mode, seasonal stuff and all that. You can play another mission, or you can go directly to the store. Each one has a specific button, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go back to Fort Tarsus. But if this helped you out a little bit, I'll be doing some more videos here and there. But remember, subscribe, so that way whenever I go live, you get notified, you can watch. If you have any questions, post it, so that way I can possibly help. If you have any questions, comment it. If you want to see a certain tutorial for certain things, specific things, I'll do like mini tutorials for it. Just put it in the comments below, and I'll get to them when I can. But enjoy the videos, and hope this helps out a bit. Okay? Thank you for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, and check out my friends' YouTube pages. Dark Angelus Y38XT. I believe I got that right. Check him out. He got some good footage. Hilarious. He likes to do his own videos. His current ones are frenemies. It's hilarious. So, but of course, viewer discretion is advised. Let's just put it that way. But enjoy them. Till next time.